There goes Carlos. I'm at the Lake Boca boat ramp. Right now the tide's going out. It's gonna suck me out of the lake. And then I'm gonna troll around some pilchards, see if I can catch a mackerel. Meanwhile, I'm gonna throw a little paddle tail around the seawall, see if something frisky bites. And that's the plan. Fried mackerel, frisky bite. I'll keep you posted. And so I paddle across the lake. Once I'm in the water, I kind of want to make sure everything is arranged the way I like it, so that, you know, I'm ready for any situation. One thing that I've learned is you have to be ready to fire quickly. And so I've got everything pretty organized and untangled and ready to go. If I see some action, you know, I can paddle there quickly and maybe get a cast in. When you're on a paddle, you know, you need to be efficient because things happen and you have to grab your paddle, paddle towards the thing, put the paddle down, grab your rod, toss it in. There's not just, you know, move the trolling motor and go. There's a little more going on. And so now I fished around all this stuff and I really didn't get a bite. The only bite I got was when I got to the end of the inlet. I had a snook chase and hit the lure, but he didn't eat it. And I had the camera off, so I didn't get that on video. I missed a bunch of stuff on video today. I'm kind of upset about it. Boca Inlet. That's the bridge over there. I'm gonna throw around these rocks here. Little paddle tail, see if I get a bite. And then the current's gonna suck me out the inlet. And I'm gonna troll these guys. See if we can get something to put on the frying pan. All right. And so there I am, just, you know, casting along the rocks. You can see the current is pushing me out. Brackish water, so low tide. I learned a lesson. The first time I paddled out of this inlet, I went out and it was calm, and then when I turned around to try and get in, after a long paddle, the water was ripping out and it was really difficult to get in. So I got with some of the boat captains at the place that I work at, and they taught me how to read a tide chart. Super important when going out in and out of inlets. So there's the opening. All right, and so I'm out here now. I made it out, and I was trolling my pilchard, and I got my first bite, and it was a good one. Oh yeah. So fun. This fish was towing me around. No clue. The power is just unbelievable. No clue what I got. Maybe a shark. Little head shake there. Put a little more pressure on him. See what happens. He's coming up. Well, he's that far still. Okay. Things just towing me around. Giving me a nice taking me for a sleigh ride. This feels like a shark. So there I'm using a Spin Fisher 5500 with 20-pound mono and a Stinger rig coming up and trolling a pilchard. I also had with me a small 2000 reel with a little white paddle tail on it. That one has braid line on it and a leader. Using a paddle tail with a 1/8 so cool. Ounce head, charter truce jig. And I also had a sabiki rig in case I saw some bait out there. See if I could catch some, which I did, and I didn't get that on video either, which again kind of pisses me off. And I also had a 2500 spin fisher with a circle hook on it in case I caught some bait, a bigger bait fish. You know, I could just free line it out there. So I was ready for different situations. This is definitely the biggest fish I've caught from the paddleboard. I usually stand up to fight him, but this fish, when she would get behind me, I couldn't just hold her and get her to turn around. She would turn around the board, and with the wind and the chop, it was difficult to keep balance. So I sat down on the cooler and I was fighting her sitting down. By here, I can tell she was tired, so I was using my finger to stop the line a little bit, see if I could pull her up.
A shark. It's a and it's snagged. Holy, it's a monster bonita, and she's snagged. Wow. No wonder she was fighting so hard. Are you ready? This thing's ready. I don't want to get. Oh wow, what a fish. Check out this thing. Monster bonita. Was very, very, very cool. Where am I? Okay, that's where I am. And I got shit jumping all around me. Nothing big.
Here I'm hooked up again, but it was really just a small little fish. I don't really know what type of fish it is, so if anybody in the comments can help me. But you know, I was a little confused. I was like, I can feel there's something a little heavier, but it's not really fighting. And then I realized it was a small little fish. So what I did was I put that little guy, whatever that is, I put him on the hook and I trolled him behind me, and sure enough, I saw this big thump on the rod, and when I brought the bait back, I only had the head. I have footage of that, so I'm going to show it to you now.
It was a good idea to throw it. Holy crap.
After that, I had a couple more strikes like this one where I didn't land the fish. This one I'm pretty sure was a mackerel because when I was trolling the bait, and when I came around towards the inlet, I saw a couple of them, like 4 or 5 of them under the paddleboard, and I knew they were gonna hit it when the bait got to them, and sure enough, but I just wasn't able to land them. Then on my way in, I was trying the sabiki
Saw a
rig.
bunch of jack,
I caught a
like
few,
smashing stuff.
and
I
then
threw
this
the
is a
fins
jack.
in there,
This
and
was
I
so
hooked up.
fun.
That's so cool.
This is a jack I caught on the
It's not a big one.
paddle tail. I was paddling along the seawall, and all of a sudden I saw like these explosions go off, pa, 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 like 5 or 6 of them, and I just quickly grabbed the artificial rod, threw the paddle tail in there, and sure enough, this nice size jack hit it, and it was so fun. You know, that's a 2000 size reel with some braid and a 12-pound leader, and so you can't horse them. It's just a ton of fun to catch fish like that on that setup. He had a couple buddies with him there when I was trying to get him on the board, but when you're fishing on a paddleboard and there's current and there's wind and there's seawalls, there's a lot that you have to do to make sure you don't mess up your equipment. And so, not sure what I'm doing there. Oh yeah, trying to get the fish grip so I can get this guy. I had, by that point, I had thrown out all the bait, and I had everything inside my bucket. I have everything, you know, tight. If I flip the board by any chance, I'm not losing anything. Well, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you know what that little bait fish I caught is, please leave me a comment. Let me know what that is called so I know too. And I appreciate you watching. Likes and subscribes go a long way, and they don't cost nothing. So if you can help me out with one of those, I would very much appreciate it. Until the next one, tight lines.
Let's see if there's another.